Do you need to go to college or university to be successful? Absolutely not. But does that mean everyone should drop out of college or drop out of university? No, it doesn't. Today I'm going to share my story with you, a little bit more about my background and how I got to where I am today. Okay, so I want to share my story with you. A lot of you will probably not know this about me. I am 23 years old and I actually left school at 17. I didn't drop out of university, I didn't drop out of college, I kind of dropped out of school. And I'm doing okay, or at least I think I'm doing okay. And a lot of you seem to think that too. So you don't have to go to university, you don't have to go to college to be successful. But I also don't want to be this person that preaches to all of you to just drop out of college, quit university, don't go to university, because it really depends on your individual situation. So for myself, I was 16, 17 years old. I was at school. I was doing my A-levels, they're called in England. So it's like you finish school and then you do 2 years of these studies to pass some exams to then go to university. And you have to complete both of those years and pass the exams, get the right grades to get to uni. And I never really wanted to go to university. One of the only reasons I would have gone is because of the pressure. Like everybody around you, especially in the UK, I don't know what it's like in the US, I'm sure it's very similar, but when everyone around you just goes to university, it becomes the normal thing to do. Now, no one from my family had ever really been to university, but the school that I was at, where I was doing my work, all of my friends, everyone's goal was to go to university. But nobody really knew why that was. And I started to question things. I didn't want to become this sheep. I didn't just want to follow the crowd. I was thinking to myself, why would I go to university for no reason? Fair enough if it was free or if I was going to take a lot away from it, but uni for people in the UK, like my year group, I have friends that have just finished at university or finished last year, and they're in 30, 40, 50,000 pounds worth of debt. So I started to really frame in my mind, why would I want to go to university? Do I need to go? Can I do something without going to university? And these were the conversations I started to have with myself, whilst at the same time, I really wasn't enjoying the typical standard education that is made available in schools. I didn't get on with my teachers too well. I wasn't the best behaved in class. And it's not that I wasn't intelligent, it was just the fact that I didn't like being treated like a small child when I was 16, 17 years old. And that's how it was in the schools that I went to. So I decided, right, I do not need to go to university. I can start working. I wanted to get into the working world quickly, and I knew that I could make a success out of my life without having to go to uni. But this is where things get very important. Some of you watching this, if you want to be, I don't know, a doctor, a vet, something like that, a lot of jobs do have the urge or the requirement to get a university degree. So if you want to go into one of those careers, then you have to go, just do it. But for people like me, who I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, because at that age, 16, 17, I don't think anyone really knows exactly what they want to do with their lives when they're fully grown up and an adult. So I started framing things in my head and I decided, right, I can make a success out of myself without having to go to uni. I had a successful sporting background when I was growing up. I competed for the English national taekwondo team. I knew how it felt to work hard. I had a great support network around me, and I wanted to do something different. So I dropped out of my A2 level. So I did my first year of A-levels, I dropped out in my second year, and I wanted to work. I didn't know what to do. I just knew that I needed to get a job. I knew that I needed to work. I needed to bring some money in to start figuring out what it is that I was gonna do with my life and figure out what it is that I wanted to do. So I took a job working for a family friend as a painter and a decorator. And that is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. At the time, family thought I was probably a little bit crazy. They weren't too pleased with it. Friends thought I was crazy, and I didn't want to be a painter decorator, but it was something that had money coming in. I was bringing in money every single week, and that was my starting point. And I worked as a painter decorator for maybe like, I don't know, 5 or 6 months whilst I was looking for something else. And a number of people suggested sales to me because of my sporting background, and that is what happened. I got into sales and the rest is history. We don't need to go through all of that today. But what I want to say to you is right now, as the world is changing, like, you don't have to go to university to be successful. There are a ton, like, online education is becoming more and more popular, more and more common. There are so many incredible courses out there right now, so many incredible mentors, so many even YouTube videos that you can learn so much stuff from. There is so much available to you on the internet that will cost a fraction of the price of a university education or a degree, but generate you, if you're the right person, if you have the right mindset, will generate you way more returns than university education. So I just want to say, anyone watching this, if you're at that crossroads, if you're not sure what you want to do, whether you want to go to uni, whether you don't want to go to uni, how you're going to find that first job, whether you want to be in debt for like the rest of your life, or you need some help finding the right mentors or educational programs, you are not alone. If you need any help, you want any advice, drop a comment down below. And I want to hear from you. How many of you went to university? And if you did, are you utilizing what you learned at university to help you out in your job, in your career, in your business today? Because I know a lot of you probably won't be. But that's it. It's kind of like not a rant video. I just wanted to give you my opinion on higher education and university education. I'm not beating it down. I know it's right for some people, but for me, it wasn't. And I know a lot of you will be in the same boat where you're watching this and you're just thinking about what to do. So if you do need support, I'm here. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more tips and tricks videos, please go and check out my channel, press that subscribe button. If you like this one, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon for another video.